Heidi here, and we're doing a full in-depth studio tour today. So if you want to know where I keep everything for my art studio, welcome to, actually it's pretty clean, but usually it's a mess. This I think was like a jazzercise room for the owner before, but we keep it as a basically holding all of the paintings. So we have different paintings for different seasons. Here's our winter season. And then we have spring, summer, and then fall. We go all the way to fall over here. These are all paintings that are ready to go. Okay, this is when I get real stressed out. I just do a little jump. I highly recommend. We bought this for $5. No, we actually got it for $4 at a garage sale. And it's been one of the best things I've ever bought. And I use it all the time. We have giant canvases here. And then honestly, I don't know what we have in here.
I think it's workout stuff.
Oh yeah, it's workout stuff that never gets used. So that's sitting there. And then we have this, which is for, we actually use that for Paint Party Business Live.
It's like a bingo.
Kind of like a door prize giveaway. All right, so let's move our attention over here. These are all of the canvases that are plain ready to go. We also have, which me and Pixie's filming. You want to say hi?
Hi.
We also have these palettes, which we are loving using now. These are really fun to use, and we're starting to use those at paint parties. And a cool tip, people are using less paint when we put them on there, which we had no idea that would happen. We have some of our paintings here ready to go. Like if I had extra that were already sublimated, they'll be ready to go sitting here. And then we also have, of course, plain ones. And
those are sublimated.
See, here's some that, oh yeah, I was wanting to paint that. I gotta remember. I'm gonna set this like this, so I'll remember, so I'll see it. I want to paint that one. Okay, so over here are more canvases. This is organized by season as well. So everything we do, we try to organize by season. So again, I think this is Christmas. Yeah, we have all the Christmas stencils here. We have Halloween and fall here. We have miscellaneous, and I think spring and summer here. So if I ever need a stencil or I'm working on a project, I can just go grab it and use what we need to do. But yeah, it's been so helpful because before they were just sitting flat inside a Tupperware and I could not get to anything. So now I, of course, get to it and then I just chunk them here, which is not good. Oh, and look, one of our Paint Party headquarter members, she did a stencil collaboration and had her dragonflies there. So proud of her. Okay, so this is eventually my dream is to have all the floors done and pull the carpet and do wood. And then I want to do hand painted murals on the floor, which I've done in several places I've lived. So I'm excited about that. But in the meantime, we don't mind. We just put glitter and paint all over this, so it doesn't matter. And then right here, you can see we have like all of our varnishes, our different spray paints. I use spray paint sometimes for fun stuff. And then, of course, Mod Podge, things like that. Glitter. I mean, you can't have too much glitter. Right, Pix?
Right.
I just can't have enough. You just can't have much glitter. You can't have too much glitter. And we are in a house divided. My husband hates glitter, and me and Pixie love glitter. So these are just paints, and then, of course, more paints, stickers for, door prizes, things like that. We actually have the pink soap, which I hardly ever use, but I hear, it's good, whenever we use it. And then we have bags up here. We grab 4 door prizes, which we already have several door prizes ready to go for our future paint parties. So to give you an idea of something we would give for a door prize, like these are already ready. So we have, I think, 3 paint parties coming up. So what we'll do is grab a couple per paint party. But for example, depending on the season it's in, this is ready to go. I got it on sale at Michael's. I'll throw a sticker in it and it's done. This, we could not help ourselves. Pixie saw these and fell in love.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
Look at how cute he is.
Oh.
an adorable door prize. So they were on sale. They're regular $15. We got it on sale for like $6. So it's a little more than we would normally spend on a door prize. However, they were just so adorable. So we got a few of those. So we just kind of get door prizes like ready to go. So those are sitting, waiting for the coming party. Now, this is our first of 3 attic spaces. I love this so much because I feel like I get to walk in and it's like a store. So if you want to follow me in, and don't hit your head on the nails. It's a little dangerous. But here's where I store 6-foot porch leaners, aprons, easels, and then my favorite section in here is all the brushes. I forgot about those. We just bought some, look.
Those are the ones we don't like, though.
But I like
They're,
these.
Big pack.
I need these though. We're working on something cool right now. That really was neat. We just bought a bunch of these yesterday. Okay, focus.
Mhm.
Anyway, it's just brushes from chip brushes to, palette knives. Like sometimes we do, especially for that fall church, we'll do the palette knives in here. Brushes upon brushes upon brushes. Like you can see. And again, this, I'm so proud of all the brushes because when I first started, we did not have this kind of brush access. So this is one of my, I'm very, very proud of all my brushes because when we do big events, I don't have to worry. Where before they'd be like, can we do 200? And I'm like, oh, I don't have the brushes, and now it's like, yes, I'm so excited. But just so you know, you don't need all of these brushes when you start. Then we have more canvas.
These are the blank canvases.
Blank canvas, but then these are sublimated.
We have a lot of different types of canvases.
We have a lot of mix. And then also when we get ready for bigger parties and we need things paint in cups, these are ready to go. So a lot of times when Pixie, she is the best at packing parties, she'll get everything together for me and she'll put them all in cups. So then when I get there, especially if she can't come there to help me, I'll just quickly put them out. We have paper plates. We have more canvas, more art. And then, let's see, what do we got in here? Oh, our Ziploc bags. Oh, pencils.
We have more pencils somewhere else.
We have hundreds of pencils too. You can get those on Amazon really cheap. Oh, and you saw the door prizes earlier. Again, we just buy in bulk. So I used to not buy in bulk like this. When I first started out, I just bought what I needed for the party. But now that we know kind of our rhythm, we definitely buy in bulk. We have baby wipes. And then of course, this is bags. Now, everyone does their paint party business different. I used to carry mine in totes. I used to carry them in big IKEA bags. I mean, all kinds of different things. Now I have realized that the best ones that I really like are these. They're the Marshalls, which we keep them all, but they're the Marshalls. I don't know how they got so far down. Hold on.
It's because I've been using the thick ones.
Dixie likes the thick ones, and she packs a lot of the parties. My favorite are the Marshalls, like the 99-cent ones. Whatever works best for you. I think the reason why I like these the best is because you can only put so much in them, and I am not as strong as my daughter. And so she can lift a lot more than I can, but I need to be able to not lift as much because I don't want to strain. I have thrown out my back more times than I'd like to admit. And so anything I can do to not throw out my back and just do less amounts is always good. Okay, so this is kind of just a catch-all. So usually this is sitting right beside where I'm painting, and it's just a catch-all for everything. So we have things from sponges that we use, and I don't wash my stuff out, which I know a lot of people
Is bad.
a lot of people do. We have knife or cutters here, tape, metal leaf adhesive. We've been working with some gold leaf, all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, and then over here we have some of the lookbooks, some of the paint party business books, but these we use for our paint parties, and these are like where people can actually pick for their next event. So anybody who's in paint party headquarters has access to this, and then you bring them to your paint party and they actually get to pick their next choice or book their party, and it's been really, really successful for booking parties right away, which is really cool. And then we have a TV. Now, it hardly gets used, but when it does get used, it's usually like in the winter months when it's really cold outside. I am a summer person and a fall person, and I hate cold weather with a passion. So a lot of times if it's really cold, I'll just put on my pajamas. I'll come up here and paint for the day to work on designs, whatever we need to do. And then I'll just put on a movie. That's one of my favorite things to do. And then in here we have
Tracer paper.
tons of tracer paper. So, you know, a lot of times what I teach people to do is just to have their stuff pre-traced. And here, we also, the cows have been a huge hit. So one of our paint party team members, Julie, she came up with this adorable cow painting, and we call it the cash cow. And they have just been such a hit that I've ordered little mini cows, and my guests love these. Like, they take them, they're so excited about them.
We've been hiding them around the house.
Yeah, I found one in my purse the other day. Was that you or Daddy?
Probably, I don't know, one of us. We hide them everywhere. I don't remember who does which.
Yeah. We always, I always wanted Pixie to be able to, have a space in my art studio. And then as she, you know, has grown up, she's still messy like me, but she's gotten better at, okay, this is your section, put all your stuff there. So it's worked
You
out.
need to get better at that.
I'm awful. I can't help it. I've been trying to fight this battle my whole life, and I've realized it's not a battle I'm going to win. Okay, so the fireplace, again, I hate cold weather, and there's something about, this is just a fireplace from Big Lots, and I just plug it in, turn it on, and it's just like, oh, I have a fire. And you can always get them on sale at Big Lots. I always watch for that, and they're very, very heavy. So I've been wanting to move it, but it takes so many people to move this thing, so it's kind of stuck here for a while. Down here we have new fall ball painting, as well as prizes that were given away for the fall ball. We have a wreath in there, tons of gift cards, cups, all of that. Now this is the paint wall. I get asked this probably almost every day of my life. How did you make the paint wall? So all we did, and Bobby did this, my husband, very thankful because he's pretty much done this the past few houses we've been at. It's just L brackets. So L brackets and then trim. So it's not a special wood, it's just trim. We did not paint it. He just bought it pre-painted and then put it on there. So it's real easy to just sit your paints on there and make them look nice.
Oh, don't eat that, Piper.
Piper's eating that. And then this, before we get to the attic spaces, this is where I teach a lot of my stuff for Paint Party headquarters, or if I'm going live or doing video tutorials for YouTube or Instagram or online. So I'll sit here. Then sometimes I'm pointing the camera straight down. So like you can see here, I'm going to be working on some really cute designs on here. And then a lot of times I'll have another one doing a time lapse, as well as, of course, just making sure the lighting's really good. We have random lighting because I used to use the big umbrella types. Then I went to the ring lights. And then about a few years ago, we went to these, which I love. But sometimes you just need extra light. So we'll throw a ring light in if we need the light. Okay. All right. The next space is just this little cubby. I have been using it to store these papers. Now, what I love about these papers is I can make my backdrop or whatever I'm painting on kind of spruced up. So if I want it to have a cool cactus background, or I want it to have a turquoise or more of a fall color scheme, or summer, or even Halloween or spring. So this is one of the most fun things we go by.
Yeah.
I love buying these. Me and Pixie will sit there for 30 minutes. What about this one? Well, we need 2 of those. And we have all the papers everywhere. So I love those. We usually get those at
Paper Source?
Paper Source, yeah, Paper Source. And then you can also find really good wrapping paper, and it'll do the job as well. This is kind of a Mod Podge of stuff. This this one has a lot of like the cords and framing and stuff like that. It also has some of the Christmas stuff. So when you are promoting your paint party business, sometimes we'll take pictures with Christmas stuff around it just to make it look really cute. And then we also have, I think, fall stuff. And then, of course, ring lights galore. So we do a huge event every couple of years called Paint Party Business Live. And we've had a lot of ring lights for that, as well as we use ring lights for when we go to paint parties. We always take at least one to make sure when we're doing our photos, they turn out really good. And then if you look back there, there's pitchers for water.
Contact solution. And
Oh, good. So for slime parties, we have all of that stuff over there. And just kind of some fun stuff. Now, let's check out the ceramic closet. I've hit my head so many times. It is not good. One time I like hit it and I fell to the floor. It's a little trick to shut that. Okay, so this is the ceramic closet. I really, really love how this one's so organized. It has all of our, ceramic and wood.
it's mainly wood now.
It's mainly wood. Yeah, we've given away a lot of our ceramics, or had the parties and then just have it reordered. But
Lots of Christmas ceramics.
yes, lots of Christmas and lots of finished. So like all of these are ornaments, and then we have some of our spring ceramics here painted, and then of course these I bought to like decorate a paint party, and I just put little flowers in them. And then we have everything from our sleds, which are really, really popular. We have our sled designs here, all the way to just all kinds of different stuff. So different spring stuff here. We have spring. And then over here, I think is Mermaid Tail, one of my favorites. I love that one. More spring, which I love doing this kind of stuff with people. It's so easy. We have all of our surfboards. That's how I got my start. These surfboards. And then, of course, this is the tree that keeps on giving. Oh, and wine glasses too. The cute wine glasses. Paintings ready to go. So we have a few more things to show. This is our wall of shame. What's wrong with this one?
I can't tell if it's an ocean and a cliff or a golf ball.
Oh, the golf ball's real pretty. And the moon's pretty. Well, okay, so let me introduce you to Bat Cat. This is a horrific cat that I painted.
This is my favorite painting you've ever done.
Oh, thanks, Vix. Okay, so that's a joke.
No, I love it.
Sometimes I paint live and I don't have a plan. This is what happens when I don't have a plan. Bat Cat happens. So Pixie just loved it and loved laughing at me. So we started a wall of shame, and she recently added one of hers. So I don't think it's that bad.
I don't like it.
This is something I've had since my teaching days. I found these cups at IKEA, and I absolutely love them. It holds all my pens, markers, all of that great stuff. I used to have them for school as well, and then you can take them off and then pass them around if you need to. But yeah, all the best Sharpies. I love Sharpies. Love some Sharpies. Okay, the next thing I want to show you. Oh, you put this up.
I did.
Pixie is good at organizing.
I did some redecorating a couple of days ago.
I'm learning as I do this tour. So our paint party checklist, this is inside paint party headquarters. But if you want a screenshot, you can get a screenshot. We'll hold it for 3, 2, 1. So this is basically like what we bring to the paint party. This was something that I painted years ago. So this is one of my favorite quotes of all time. It was in a magazine. I pulled it out, and then that magazine, I just kept opening it over and over, and it got like it was about to fall apart. And so I was like, oh, I need to paint this. So I want to read it to you because I've painted it on walls before. I've said it quite a bit, but in case you've never heard it, I want you to listen to the words because it's really good. And this is by Marianne Williamson. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. We were all born to manifest the glory of God that is within us, all of us. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Oh, I love that. Love that. Okay, and then we also have, you can't see all of it because of the fireplace, but we have the mural behind here. It's a bunch of huge waves and surfboards, as well as the sun. And then, of course, I love the word dreamer, so I wrote that on the sun. And then we have the chandelier. This is one of my favorite things in the whole art studio. This is just beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. I feel like I'm in Miranda Lambert's closet. I feel like I love trees. I just love them. I love trees so much, and I love the branches and how all the crystals are coming over. It took
a long time.
It took a long time to get this thing up. All of these had
everyone was involved. All of my friends, everyone.
Yeah, and my friend Allison was over here helping, and to get it up, it was just a whole ordeal. But it is beautiful, and yeah, I just think it'll be here forever, because I don't think if we move, we'll ever move it, because it was difficult. It was difficult to get at. These were done by my sister. She's really, really good at paint pouring, very talented. So she did these paint pours and sent them to me, which I absolutely love. And then here's just an artwork I did whenever I was learning from Justin Gaffrey. He has a studio in kind of Rosemary or Destin area, over by Seaside. And so we took a class, and it was so much fun. Mine looks like a cake, but it was a blast. And then Pixie hung that up. And then, of course,
and my friends made this.
Yeah, Pixie's friends made that. And then this is a sign I made years ago. So whenever I go live, these are the things I look at. So if you notice, that's where I sit. And so when I go live, I always take a quick glance right here to kind of just remind myself of the purpose. So the purpose is pray for God to use me for his glory. I pray for inspiration in words and art, because if not, we end up with a lot of bat cats. Sometimes I like to write messages in Sharpie on my arm. It might just say smile or choose joy or something like that. Inspire and teach always. I think this is so important. When I'm doing a video for you, it's about you. And so even this video right now, it's hopefully to inspire you if you don't have an art studio or you haven't started a paint party business, to see that there are possibilities with that. And then always it's about them. Okay. So anytime I do a video, I want to make sure that it comes back to you. How can it help you? Why am I saying all this? And so that's the whole point of it. And then over here we have this side. I actually painted this when I was in college years and years and years ago. And I remember the people gave like critiques. One of my peers, she was like 19 or so. She goes, well, it's good, but her hand is so out of proportion. And I was like, I legit put my hand beside it in my head to see, but I took so much offense to it. Now I could care less, because I've definitely
So it makes sense though, if your hand's that size, but her head is way bigger than your head.
I don't know.
Her hand's a baby hand. Maybe it's like her child sticking a flower in her face.
Maybe because I have dainty hands and they didn't.
No.
I'm still not bitter about it, I promise. But this was done in oil painting years ago, and it was kind of in the back, so Pixie hung it. I don't love it. It's not my favorite.
Well, your purple one's already hung in your office,
the other one.
So.
And then this is a new recent one. So me and Pixie both did self-portraits. She did hers here, and I did mine there. And so we just had so much fun. So if you ever get a chance to do self-portraits and just have a blast, it's so fun to add the textures. And then this is the one that her aunt made her, my sister. So I love all the cells. She's so good at it. She added a ton of glitter and just a lot of fun stuff. So yeah, we basically have art everywhere. And then this is a sign I bought myself for my birthday, I think, because I just really wanted it. I think it was my own birthday present. I was like, I'm buying myself something special. And so I love this sign. It's one of my favorites. I got it at the store. Sometimes you see stuff and you're like, I could paint that. And then sometimes you're like, I'm never going to get around to painting it. And so this was one of those I just wanted to treat myself, and I absolutely love it here. All right, well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Again, make sure you follow and put a comment if you want to see more stuff like this. And again, if you want to know anything about teaching paint parties, make sure you subscribe because I post videos that show more tips about that. All right, I'll see you soon.